Divorce is by far one of the most stressful experiences that you'll have in life. And divorce comes with a wide range of emotions that keep changing and coming up time and time again. There'll be sadness, there'll be frustration, and various degrees of anger, for sure. As someone with extensive training in negotiations and divorce, I always remind people all the time that emotions not only cause you a lot of stress, which can affect your health, but they also get in the way, emotions also get in the way of making good, logical, and important decisions. Now, it's easy for someone to just say, don't let it bother you, or just ignore it, right? It's much easier said than done. Managing your emotions will not only help you maintain your health, but it will also help you make more informed, more strategic, more logical, and more beneficial decisions for you and your family through the divorce process. It's one thing to manage your emotions when you're at home. It's even harder to leave your emotions at the door when you're going to court or a settlement conference with your lawyers and your soon-to-be ex is going to be there at the same time, and sometimes he or she might even try to push your buttons. Or your lawyer's office when you're discussing your divorce. Managing your emotions not only enables you to make better decisions, it also helps keep your costs down. Like I said, it's easier said than done, but it is possible. You can learn to do it because it's a skill. And just like every skill, there are tips and strategies and techniques that have been proven successful by many other people in the same situation. And just like every skill, it's very difficult at the beginning, sometimes might even seem impossible, but once you start and the more you practice and the more you're conscious of what you have to do, the easier it becomes and the better you become at it. So here are some ideas that have helped many others manage their emotions during their divorce. Number one, put your divorce on the shelf when you can. When we go through divorce, our mind tends to be consumed with thoughts about our divorce and or our soon-to-be ex 24/7. And at various stages, we might even have triggers that get us wound up or push our buttons. And if you're not aware of it, then as your divorce progresses, the frequency of those triggers can increase and eventually consume you, which leaves you feeling depressed and exhausted most of your waking hours. So by putting your divorce on the proverbial shelf and then only bringing it off that shelf when necessary helps you give your mind a break and get you away from the intense feelings that we tend to experience most of the time. Of course, what I mean by putting it on the shelf is, in essence, making a conscious decision, becoming aware of not thinking about it until there's an important decision to be made at the time or it's absolutely necessary. So give yourself permission to not think those nasty thoughts about your soon-to-be ex or not stress over a decision that doesn't have to be made here and now. It's okay. And force yourself to think about something or anything that has nothing to do with your divorce. Number two, check your thoughts at the door. Force yourself to stop and take a moment to recognize what you've actually been thinking about and in turn feeling without even noticing. And then check yourself at the door, literally. Before you open the door to your next mediation or settlement conference or lawyer's office or court session, stop, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and focus on the task at hand. Nothing else. Focus away from your feelings of bad conversations or conversations that went nowhere in the past or past arguments and the fear of the uncertainty of the future, which is a big one. Focus on just what you need to accomplish today. Break it down into an immediate, smaller component. And focus on how you want to present yourself. Like someone who's allowed their soon-to-be ex to push them in a neurotic state of mind, or someone who's calm, cool, collected, and totally in control. I mean, every time you go out for dinner or on a date or socializing, you check yourself in the mirror. Check yourself mentally and emotionally and how you're portraying yourself before you walk in that door. You want to convey that your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions are all under control. So again, when you start to feel like your thoughts are going back to where they shouldn't, then consciously force yourself to take your focus away from your current frustration or anger or fear and thoughts, and force yourself to just focus on a single topic at the moment. That way, when you present yourself as someone who is calm, you'll appear cool and collected and totally in control of your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, and your decisions. When you go into mediation or court, you will have removed your feelings and emotions as much as possible, and you'll be able to voice your facts calmly, rationally, and even more importantly, convincingly. And by the way, when a negative emotion hits you, it only takes 90 seconds for it to go through your system. From the time your limbic system generates an emotion to the time the chemical reaction dissipates is 90 seconds. So if you're conscious of a certain emotion that just creeped up, if you just force yourself to think about something different for 90 seconds, or just think about the important matter at hand for 90 seconds, meaning the facts, and not your anger or your frustration or your sadness, which are emotions, you'll be much better off. Number 3, expect the unexpected. Whether in your day-to-day life or your mediation sessions or your settlement conferences or court, expect the unexpected. It's a fact of life and definitely a part of divorce. There will be times when something that you didn't know or something that you didn't expect someone to say or do will surprise or possibly even shock you. There will be moments that will feel seamless and smooth. Others will feel like you're not getting anywhere or maybe even taking a step backwards. Remember, when you get blindsided by something that was unexpected, 1 step backwards but then 2 steps forward. And if you are conscious of your emotions when something unexpected happens, rather than what actually blindsided you itself, you can practice or remember to put that topic on the proverbial shelf for now and focus on shifting your focus on something unrelated for at least 90 seconds or much longer if possible, and managing your emotions and staying in the present, which will help you move through or past that process. It'll actually get you through the process faster. Number 4, focus on the big picture and visualize the end game. They say life is all about the journey, not the destination. Well, in divorce, it's about the destination, about managing the journey, but definitely about the destination. When millions of little annoying things come up that you have to focus on, instead, focus on the big picture. Visualization helps you do this. What do you want or expect your future to look like? I don't mean thinking about that confirmation letter that your divorce is final. That's still focusing on the negative. It's not a sport like winning the championship trophy or the championship letter from the court. I mean, focus on how you will feel relieved or alive. Those are emotions. How you will be smiling. And focus on the places that you want to travel if travel's on your list. Or the new home you want to create if that's on your list as a positive place for yourself. Or your hobbies that you've always wanted to start but haven't yet, or spend more time doing if you have started them. Thinking ahead and planning your end game helps you keep your emotions in check. When you're going out on the town, picture in your mind what you're going to wear, or in your new living room where you're going to be sitting. It not only takes your focus off the current stress, but it also builds your confidence and creates something tangible inside your mind. And this will often prevent you from saying something that you might regret or finding it hard to get back on track. Remember that some emotions are predictable, yet others are unpredictable and will catch you off guard and blindside you. But learning how to manage your emotions through the divorce process, whether in mediation, settlement conferences, or court, will help you reduce stress, protect your health, and enable you to make much better decisions, which are often very important decisions. So if you have any questions about this video, managing your emotions, or divorce in general, me and my team of divorce specialists can answer all of your questions, and there's never any obligation or pressure. And everything is confidential. So just email me with any questions that you might have or to arrange a meeting. And again, my email is strictly confidential. It's mike@thedivorceguy.ca. And be sure to check out my friends over at divorcespecialistgroup.com. They have some amazing professionals there that I've had the pleasure of working with on behalf of mutual clients. And they have a great vetting process, and they have a really good free download on their website. It's a divorce checklist with some very important information, so it's free. I encourage you to download that. And please hit the thumbs up right now before you forget, just so that this video can help other people with the same questions as you. Thanks for watching.